So what was Ben Hogan able to do time and time again to where his trail arm was just always in position? I'm going to show you exactly that, and all it's going to cost you is a piece of tape. So I did this video a few weeks back called Ben Hogan's Magic Elbow, and it had such great response. So I figured let's just take it a little bit farther, right? We all know how important our trail arm is in the golf swing in terms of success or in just poor shots when it's not working correctly. All I want you to do with this piece of tape, when I get here at address, I just kind of externally rotate my trail arm, just like we talked about in that first video. If you haven't seen it yet, it's right up here. Go ahead and take a look. So, and I'm just going to put a piece of tape right about where my right elbow is at address. Okay, so here it's out. Here I just tuck it in. And here's the thing with the trail arm. Okay, if you look at this piece of tape, here's the secret to it. It does not move. It only goes up and down. Okay, you're going to see so many other things that amateur golfers do in terms of taking their trail arm in places in an effort to try to turn. They start to pull their trail arm behind them almost like they're starting a lawnmower. Take a look at this overhead glance. It's hard to see sometimes from normal golf angles, this overhead glance. Look at where this amateur golfer is at the top with his trail arm. And then I've got one here of DJ. Look at how great his trail arm is. Despite him making a massive turn, his trail arm has stayed right in front of his body. So, like I'm saying here, basically our trail arm just never goes this way. Now we obviously want the club to swing, but our arm does not swing. It just goes like this. So the best drill, I started to talk about it in that last video, is let's hit some balls cack-handed or cross-handed. Great players do it all the time. Brooks Koepka, right, when he was winning the Masters, the US Open, the PGA, one of his main drills was hitting balls cack-handed, okay? Pete Cowan, amazing golf instructor. I think he has about all of his players do this drill, or at least have them run through some rehearsals in order to get their trail arm in the right position. I've been playing golf like this a lot recently, and it's really helping me isolate just a correct trail arm movement, and I've been hitting it so much better. Even though I wasn't hitting it poorly, it's really taken my ball striking. It made it that more clean and that more crisp. Here's a little snippet of me out on the golf course just yesterday. You can see kind of some of my rehearsals. Okay, I'll go through some cross-handed swings just to get a great feeling on exactly what that trail arm is doing. And then I'll go ahead and visualize my shot, strike it, and go from there. So what this drill really allows you to do is, the first thing, obviously, it's a lot easier from going from a conventional of my right hand down. It's very easy already to start to overreach and overly rotate this trail arm. We want to kind of get it set in a position, and cross-handed allows you to do that right away. What I feel at address, my right arm is tucked in. There's a little bit of external rotation this way, right? Ever so slight. But there's also some structure out this way, which is fantastic because that's what allows it to stay right in front of this piece of tape. You can see the only thing it's going to really do in terms of just its relation to this tape is just going to move up a few inches. That's about all we need in the backswing. The reason being is the more this trail arm, right, gets disconnected from you, the more you're going to be disorganized coming down and have to reroute, refix, or it's just not going to exactly work as far as being able to come down with your elbow in position, your lower body leading, and being able to really deliver a great blow to the ball. So once you start, it's really important, even as you set up, I feel this inward structure as I get my trail arm set on there. Okay, so from here, as I start to swing back, I can feel this piece of tape, right? I feel a little connection to my upper arm, and I feel my elbow just gliding back across that piece of tape. And this is really crucial here because it's difficult to turn our shoulders back, right? See, my right shoulder is going up and back, but my trail arm is working around and outside of it. It's not moving back with it. You see where that elbow is in relation to this tape now? So if you can kind of start to feel, okay, so this is exactly what happens with my shoulder and then here's the rotation of my trail arm as it goes to more external. Basically, hitting a good shot is going to be an afterthought. All you need to do is start down with your lower body. If you don't believe me, take a look at this short clip. Okay, this is Rory just talking about that exact same thing. And listens to the word he says. He goes, it's done. You get to that position, a good shot is happening.
It's a good drill. If I do this and get it in position, the shoulder's already externally rotated, elbow's already like in a good position, so now you step on that down. It's done.
So you've gotten some of those same sensations that he's talking about. You've gotten up to the top and your trail arm has externally rotated as you've turned your shoulders back. And we've kept it right in front of that piece of tape, okay? Now, from this point coming down, all I gotta do is start my lower body down and I reconnect right with that piece of tape. So I'm on that tape and I'm just staying on it the entire time through the hitting area. There's no stall and throw. There's no outward motion this way where my trail arm starts to work internally. It's back, start down, and then I'm staying right on that piece of tape all the way through. And then start to hit some shots. If you're brave, all right, I'm just going to take like a half swing. And I start to feel some of that same sensation of this trail arm staying connected and in front. And then as I work down and through, I feel it staying right on my rib cage, right on that piece of tape as I kind of round the corner into my finish. I've done this drill a number of times now, so when you first do it, it might not be amazing, but give it 4, 5, 6 shots, and you'll start to assimilate. Hey, it's your coach Zach Allen here, and when it comes to the golf swing, I've seen and tried it all, but nothing is proven as effective as the concept I'm about to share with you now. It is the single most powerful piece of golfing advice I've ever come across. In fact, I would go so far as to call it a magic move. Since I don't have the time in this short video, I've put together a 3-part web class where I teach you exactly how to put it to use in your game. Nothing held back. I call it my Magic Move Training Series, and you can get the entire thing free of charge by clicking the link in the description below. You won't find these videos anywhere else, so go ahead, click the link right now, and I'll send you the first session right away. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to that lesson. The other thing from this view, right, as that trail arm stays in position, back, down, and then around, this was another great sensation that I really started to get. You notice this space between my lead and trail arm. So normally when I get to that position, I look like this, like many golfers do. My right side rolls around and over, and my upper body starts to move forward and ahead. Once you get cross-handed, you're really gonna start to feel how you work your weight into your lead heel and under and through. And physically, it really is slightly challenging here as I'm pushing under and through to my finish. And then you can sometimes just switch your hands to see what that would feel like. But that definitely would be the feeling of greatness, okay, of just great hits. I know this one's not good because it's too easy. My body's moving ahead and the club is just kind of moving with it. So that feeling of greatness, typically, like other things in life, it takes a little bit of work, right? You got this piece of tape and we're staying in position on the way back instead of just letting our arms do whatever they want, okay? Or on the way down, we start to push with this trail side in this fashion instead of just staying connected with that trail arm and bringing it down with our lower body. And then on the way through, we're using the ground in our body to really motivate that club around and through, right, with good extension, or we could just hit it like this. So don't be afraid to try this drill. If some of you aren't as brave to hit it, at least take some practice swings, get your trail arm in a better position on the backswing. I guarantee it'll pay dividends. For those of you that are a little more brave, you don't mind getting some weird looks and hitting a few bad shots at first on the driving range, go out there and hit a couple like this, just like Brooks Koepka did. Tommy Fleetwood's done this drill. I've seen a lot of different pros do drills like this. A lot of Pete Cowan's guys are doing this drill, and just start to half swing, pitch some balls out there. I guarantee, right, once you get over the general first couple bad ones, you're gonna get some sensations that you've never felt, And it's all just because your trail arm is in a different position, both on the backswing and on the downswing. So really, we all know how important this arm is. This drill will really prove it to you. I hope you're understanding some of these things. If you don't understand some of the things that I'm talking about or have any questions, drop a comment down below. I'd love to answer your questions and dig a little deeper. If not, I've got another great video right up here that talks about the trail arm some more. If you want a little different look at it or a little different explanation about what our trail arm should be doing on the downswing, I've got one right here for you that would be great to look at. But other than that, thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. But most of all, thank you for coming to YouTube and supporting us. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.